Hello everyone, my name is Langeman Glenn and we're back with more Crash Team Racing for this Bandicoot month. And if everything's going the way I think it's going, this is probably gonna be the last video of Bandicoot month and it's the 1st of July already. Or maybe I'm feeling good about it and I've already uploaded more than once a week. In which case this is not the last video of this month, but probably. We'll see about that. Let's head to Cortex Castle. So with a map called Cortex Castle, you'd expect it to be kind of like Bowser Castle maps. It's far from it. It has a castle team and that's about it. And more bottomless pits. Oh, what? Oh yeah, because of how the AI pathfinding works, when they push you, they'll push you, alright? They're not shy of that. They won't go out of the way for you if you push them. However, if you hit them, you'll go flying across the track if you're unlucky. Like I am usually. Yeah, not gonna do that. That was way too close. So here's probably the first shortcut that I ever discovered. And was able to take. Not with mini turbos, only when I had an Aqua mask or an actual turbo item. Of course. So close. Take that. I just realized that I'm probably making stupid faces while I'm doing this. I feel like the amount of times you need to bounce to get it off is different every time. I'm still not sure about that. I should look it up. Oh yeah, that's still a thing. You will give them a speed boost. But yeah, they'll stop you right in your path if you hit them while they're standing still. So I guess both the player and the AI have got some advantages. The player having more items. And the AI about not giving a damn about where you are. They'll just go right through you. They don't care. That was awful. I used to be so bad with using, oh god, my English, with using bowling bombs, just like green shells. I couldn't aim with them at all. I mean, now I'm pretty alright with it, but when I was younger I sucked at it so much. Ooh, barely made that one. Alright, on to the next one. So this episode will be a little bit longer because I will be facing Oxide as well. Which I'm sure you wouldn't mind. I mean, there are a lot of people that watch my videos till the end to begin with, so I guess nobody really cares.
You win a trophy.
But it doesn't matter. I've got something to edit, so that's fine. Because that's really the reason why I'm doing all of this to begin with. Because I want some videos to edit. Because I like video editing. And I'm going the wrong direction all over the place. The layout of this server hub is kind of confusing sometimes. Engine labs. Another one of my personal favorite tracks in the game. Actually, most of the tracks are pretty fun, with a few exceptions. Or when I take a look at Mario Kart, usually it's the other way around. There are only a few tracks that I really like, and a lot of tracks I just don't like. And perhaps it's a bit of nostalgia. It most likely is a bit of nostalgia actually, but you know. Usually not worth going for the turbo pads on the track there. High risk, little reward. Come on. So I realized that with the first episode that perhaps the amount of ridiculous references was a bit clickbaity, with it being in the thumbnail and all, and also the start of the video. So probably won't do it like that again. Though I really must say how it turned out is fairly alright. I don't have the right equipment to make it as high as quality as I want it to be. But yeah, it was a bit too much, I think. I don't know, maybe it wasn't. You tell me. Actually. No, I'm gonna keep the logo like that. The CTR, Ridiculous Bandicoot Month logo. Because with my new PC I can actually use that 3D feature of Photoshop, and I'm proud of those Bandicoot Month letters. Alright? So that one's gonna stay. I've got to hold backwards. Almost never too useful to place items in that track, but you know, what the heck. Alright, now it was worth it. And that's how you do it. I finally discovered how to actually record this in 4:3 ratio on OBS. Because I'm running this through an HDMI upscaler, I can scale my television to make it look square. But I didn't know how to do that with OBS. Because I never really screwed around in it, just until like half an hour ago.
Congratulations.
It's gonna make it so much easier to edit. Because I don't have to crop it afterwards. Gonna save a bit of time. And now the ratio is actually correct. Unlike the first two episodes. But you know, it is what it is. So it's gonna look slightly better. Also got some upscaling improvements within OBS, so that might also improve the quality a bit. Though not by a whole lot. This HDMI upscaler is pretty cheap. So though it says it's 1080p, it's still upscaling an old PS1 game ever so slightly. It's still really pixely, but it's a hell of a lot better than when you're playing without the upscaler and all you see is a bunch of white pixels. That's awful. You can't see anything when that's going on. Especially on the Super Nintendo. You can't tell what's going on. A lot of Xbox games have it as well, and then again there are also a lot of them that don't have it. It really depends on what resolution they're running, I guess. Crap. When I was little, I hated this track so much, and now I just love it. It's kind of an answer to Rainbow Road, and I love Rainbow Road. Especially the one on Mario Kart Wii. Though it's a hard one, it's a pretty great one as well. Ooh, that was nasty. That beaker over there is almost invisible. So they just announced, they announced Team Sonic Racing, and you think, were they like, oh, we should call it Sonic Team Racing, and then they realized that it would be too close to this one. They were like, oh, you know what, just change a few words around. I feel like that's the case. Honestly, I hope for it to be the case, because that's hilarious. Because obviously Sega doesn't want to seem like a copycat. How did that TNT miss me? And where the heck is Cortex gone? Did he drop or something? I seriously don't know what happened, but alright. So, those bowling bombs, they do track a little bit. When they're close, they'll just steer in the tiny bit that they need to actually hit you. And that's awful. When it looks like they're gonna miss you, they'll just go to the left ever so slightly, just to hit you. Every single time. So that's why I was glad to get rid of that long straight area as quickly as I could. To get off of that straight area.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
My commentary probably doesn't make sense half of the time. So I'm also doing this whole thing with recording my gameplay for YouTube because I want to work on my English. And also improve when it comes to talking to strangers, because talking to a camera is kind of like talking to a stranger. Should probably put googly eyes on there. Because it has cost me a few job interviews because I simply didn't know how to talk all of a sudden. I just fall completely flat. You might actually notice the difference when you watch like my first few videos and then compare them to this. Just even though not a whole lot of people watch, it's still motivates to improve yourself, which I think is great.
Coming through.
Which I also find inspiring about a lot of YouTubers that are growing right now. She says, for example, Boundary Break. His channel blew up just all of a sudden, really. I mean, he's been doing it for a couple of years. A few, 2 or 3 or something. But not until about 1.5 years ago did his channel just blow up like that. Which I think is great. Same goes for a lot of other channels. And also some channels where I got a bit late to the party, like when I watch Pushing Up Roses and I just check out some of her older videos, you can definitely see how much doing this can actually help not only the people that watch it, but also the people, the creators. It's actually really great. So perhaps in a year or 2 I'll be talking English like it's my first language. Who knows? The only thing I do know, it's about 1 million degrees in here right now. Celsius, to be clear. Holy crap. It's hot.
There you go.
So, yeah. I've really said everything I wanted to say for now. I've fallen completely silent. Maybe something comes to mind when we encounter the next boss. I'm mostly just enjoying playing this game right now. I'm not even thinking about stalking. Alright. Okay, let's quickly round this up. I need to get out of this 1,000,000 degrees in here. It's like goddamn Mars.
Why, you call that racing? Forget about it. If you's gonna face Oxide, you's gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world.
This is
First
probably the
sight
worst
of
voice
me,
acting in this
of course.
entire game. It is so stereotypical and awful. It's amazing. I freaking love it. It's that bad. Like when you watch a movie that's so bad that it's funny. That voice acting. Most of the voices are actually pretty good, even the Komodo Joe thing with too much slissing. This one is just awful. And I love it for it. So when I was younger I thought this guy was Crash's brother because, oh you know, he has a long nose as well. So it's probably family.
Yeah, right.
That's how it works, right? I thought like, well, maybe it's like his evil brother or something, an evil twin brother. Oh yeah. Little did I realize that Crash was a mutant or anything when I was younger, because those older games didn't support my mother language, only this one actually. Only Crash Team Racing has Dutch voiceovers and text and everything. For the original trilogy, there was no Dutch option. I'm not even sure whether the Insane trilogy supports Dutch. Honestly, I wouldn't care less.
Yeah,
Couldn't care less about that, honestly. I always set all my systems in English because Dutch is kind of a boring language. When it comes to naming stuff, that is. Like, we've always got those weird translations in things. Like, when you read The Lord of the Rings in Dutch, Bilbo Baggins suddenly it's called Bilbo Bellings. Balling. Or whatever. Makes no sense. I think I just said Bellings is called Bellings, but it's Baggins is called Bellings in Dutch.
You're mine.
No idea why, it's just randomly decided to, you know what, change a few letters, just because we can. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Like that, there are a million other names that just make no sense. Like when the new Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. 4 on the Wii U supports Dutch as well. Final Destination is literally that. When it comes to the Dutch name, literally the last destination of like the last train station or something. Just, oh yo, it's the end. It's where you go. It sounds so stupid. It usually makes no sense, Dutch localization. It's just kind of there. And sometimes it makes sense, like the Shire in Lord of the Rings is called the Gauw, which is a normal translation to use for something that you call the Shire. But come on, freaking Bellings.
Say good night. Watch your back.
Man, it's not even that hot of a day today, and I'm sweating all over the goddamn place. It's awful. Maybe it's because the tension is high with these boss races. It's like, Alright, let's get going.
So, you's beat me fair and square. I doubt you'll be as lucky with Oxide. Here's a key for your troubles. Oh, brother.
Well, the little terror vermin has finally collected all the trophies to become world champion. What took you so long? Now we prove who the fastest driver really is.
Alright, let's do this. Save. Excuse me. Save the planet from becoming a parking lot. Which the planet nowadays kind of is in some cities. But you know, let's not think about that. You cheating bastard! First lap's always the worst against him. There's no way I was gonna dodge that one. It's impossible. Yeah. hopefully the item changes to something good. Yeah, that's a lot better. Oh yeah, of course. Doesn't work on gaps. For some reason, they detect like a wall there or something. Always found that strange. I always found it weird how he was able to throw 2 poisons at once. One. Oh, that was slippiness. He doesn't really slow down that much when you hit him with an item as well. His Dutch voice acting is so brilliant though. Crap. It sounds so silly. I think the voice actor for the Dutch localization also voices some old cartoon on Fox Kids. I'm not sure which one, but it sounds just like, yeah, one of those older cartoons. I cannot for the life of me remember which one though. But I'm sure if I Google it, I can find it. Whether I'm right or not, actually. If I'm right, I'll put it down on the screen, which cartoons I'm talking about. Whoa. No chance. Sure, I've got a chance. It's so weird how they kept in the original WoW and then hired another voice actor for the rest of Crash's lines. It's so noticeable that he's got 2 different voices in this game. And I don't mind at all, it's just a bit strange. Alright, well that's how you do it. And with that, we've finished Crash Team Racing in about an hour. Or actually, 1.5. Not that hard of a game. The main story modes, it's not that long. It's, you know, it's a party racer. But it's not the main draw to the game anyway. Much like you're not playing Mario Party for the story modes that I think DS has. Not sure about any other Mario Parties actually. Sure as all 8 doesn't have it. Don't know about the others.
I can't believe you beat me. I never lose. How embarrassing. I'll be the laughing stock of all Gasmoxia. Fine. Your miserable planet stays gushy and green. At least you still haven't gathered all my time relics. Until you've collected all of those and raced me again, you'll never be able to claim you are the fastest. This won't be the last time you'll face nitrous oxide. We will meet again.
So that's Crash Team Racing. I hope you enjoyed it. I might go for a complete run of the story modes, collecting the relics and everything. Who knows? But if I do that, it won't be in June during Crash Bandicoot month. probably. But yeah, maybe in the future I'll do that. Anyway, I hope you liked it, and I'll see all you guys in the next video. Goodbye!